Welcome back. Let's talk about a story that we followed up for a while. It's quite a touching story about someone who was incarcerated and later released. But the details of all of this is what is more important. And we'll leave it to the persons involved to tell you exactly what played out as far as the life of this individual that was altered is concerned. We're being joined in the program by Mr. Gospel Mwibari Kinane, who was an inmate that was released recently. He's being joined by Mr. Cyril Onu, the founder of Heaven 360 Foundation, as well as the brother of Mr. Kinane, who is Paul, sitting by his side there. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on the program. Being joined by Mr. founder of Heaven 360 Foundation, as well as... All right, if you can hear me, Paul, I would like to start with you, since you're sitting with your brother on this particular. What exactly happened, as brief as possible? I do not want to tell the story. I want the story to come from you. What exactly happened that your brother went to jail, what was later found out, and how was he released? Then we'll build from there. Paul, that's for you. Oh, dear. All right, maybe let me take it to Cyrus Onu. Mr. Onu, so maybe the same question I asked him, because I just wanted people to have a background of what we're talking about here.
Okay, good morning. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so Mr. Gospel Kinane's case is a really sad one. As from the facts of the case, apparently he was 14 years old when he was unfortunately taken from his home by law enforcement agencies and taken straight into the prison. He was just 14 years old, and since then he has been in prison for over 18 years. 18 years. Without any form of, would I say, trial or police record or what have you. So thank God, on the, I think that was on the 17th day of July this month, the Chief Judge of River State, after petitions, several appeals, conducted our own research, did a whole lot of investigations to his own community, to trace him to his own community. The Learned Chief Judge, the highest esteemed Chief Judge, released him unconditionally, noting that indeed there was no charge, any form of documentation of any charge against him in the first place.
Because of the quality of your audio, I hope we can resolve that. I just wanted the audience to understand that the gentleman we're talking about here, Mr. Gospel Mwibari Kinane, was arrested by the police or law enforcement agency when he was 14 years old, and he was left in prison for 18 years, meaning that perhaps he's 32 now. For those number of years, no charge was brought against him. So I wanted to put that in context. Mr. Paul, I see that we have you. I wanted your comment as well as to why was he arrested? That's what I wanted to find out. Was there a reason for his arrest? Was it a random pickup? What exactly happened? And why was there no charge? Paul?
Good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. And good morning
to
Gospel as well, who is sitting by your side.
Yeah, I am Paul Kinane. By my side is my brother, Gospel Mwibari Kinane. So, at this happened, we were living in a room in Port Harcourt called Ibofe. And we were there with my mother, because it was my mother that brought them to that place. And we were living fine. And, he was also going to school, primary school there, in a room there. So that fateful day, we discovered that because he was also around the house, normally as we used to be. We couldn't get him. Couldn't get him, and that we don't know his whereabouts. We started searching for him a lot. 2, 3 days, 1 week, and we have to even move around to ask people whether he travel, whether somebody carried him to somewhere, or whether we don't even know what to say. And this thing was a big trouble, a big problem in my family. My mother disturbed, my father disturbed, and we don't know what to do. So finally, my mother, a lot of sickness started coming, heart attack on the issue. This is the cause, also one of the causes why my mother died. My mother died in this process. And my father were also worried. Let us find him, let us trace him where he is. I said, where can we get him? A child we just lost like that. And my father was also shouting. I doesn't waste time, my father died. And so we don't know what to do, we leave it. We just say, well, everything is in the hand of God, that a child we just lost like that, without any offense, without anything, without knowing any reason why a child we just lost like that. And again, we have to 2017. So there was a young boy that said that he recognized my brother in the prison yard, that is from a village. So they link people like that, they let us know. So I have to go to the Port Harcourt prison yard to go and look for my brother. So I have to move around there, ask people. Luckily, I met an Ogoni man who is also working there, who is working there. And then I talked with him. I asked him about my brother. He said they don't know any name like that and anybody like that here in the prison yard here. But what I'm going to do is that I should give them my number, and they will call me whenever they get him available. If true that is there, then they will let me know. So I waited. I could not get anything from him. So the number switch off. When I call the number, it's not even going. So recently now, about 2 weeks and a half now, a young boy, Nekato, called me that there are people that are looking for me, that they're in my village now. So he carried them to my brother's wife place. Well, my brother's wife called me that I should answer Nekato. So Nekato had to speak with me. I had to speak with a young man also who speak to me, that my brother have been found in prison yard in Port Harcourt, that the people will call me, that this is my number. I say yes, that the people will call me later in the day in Port Harcourt, then I will get in touch with them. So later in the day, I was called by a man called Saros Unu, inviting me to his office. I have to go there, and he started to ask me one question or the other concerning how I know my brother. I know Gospel Kinane. I have to explain to him, I am their senior brother, and he was our last born. And I narrate as I said earlier. So he said, I have to swear fidelity that
internet connection. But this is a very, very sad story, Mr. Kinani. If I get the substance of what you have said, it means that by implication, when your brother was taken 18 years ago, for a very long time, you couldn't find him until this intervention by the Haven 360 group. And there's so much that we can talk about, you know, from what you have said. But let's go to the lawyer now. According to reports, there was no documentation on the charge sheet for which Gospel and others were charged and arrested, for those who were released following your intervention. That says a lot about the circumstances surrounding their arrest, and it speaks to innocence of Gospel. So what would you be doing now as the legal representative of Gospel and others? Are you taking this up such as some form of compensation can be paid to Gospel for their stolen lives?
All right, thank you very much. So you see, as you rightly noted, we've been on this matter for a very long time. And for me personally, I'm emotionally attached to this case because I think from the longer part of last year to date, I've been the closest person with Gospel, going to the prison every day, interacting with him, and trying to trace his roots and all of that. So for us as a foundation, not really as his legal representative now, as a foundation for us, our primary responsibility is the well-being rehabilitation of Mr. Gospel. If you get to meet the young man one-on-one, it's you you'll be saddened, you'll be depressed, honestly, at his condition. This was a young boy, 14 years old, young boy, lively, energetic, who loves to play football, sound, but now he's all mentally. It's very, very sad. So the first thing we did as a foundation when we eventually got him out was to ensure he gets proper rehabilitative care, which we've done. We've since got made him to see consultants, experts, psychiatrists, and they've actually began treatments, psychological treatments, and that's on the way, rather, or rather, it's ongoing. So for us, our primary responsibilities is well-being. We're a young foundation, very, very young foundation. We're barely a year. We're self-funded, so the resources we have, way over 500 cases we're currently doing, cases like gospel. So we channel our resources. For us, we believe our resources should be channeled towards his well-being, towards the betterment, towards his mental health, and of course. But the family is at liberty. They want to explore legal, explore legal remedies for compensations and redress and all of that. They are free to. They are free to. But for us, our primary responsibility right now is to ensure Mr. Gospel gets the proper urgent medical attention he needs.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Cyrus Onu. Let me just ask Mr. Paul Kinani just a final question in about a minute. By the way, just right next to Mr. Paul is the man in question, Mr. Gospel, but we understand that he's undergoing treatment, psychiatric and psychological treatment because of his mental condition, having spent 18 years in prison. Mr. Paul, what is a family? Are you demanding compensation or anything? And how is his health now? If you can speak to that in a minute, sir.
Well, when we met him in the prison yard, the day I went there with the people that invited me. So when I get there, I entered into the place. I saw that a lot of people were there. And then I have to see him in a different shape. Then when we were close together after when he got released, I know that the mental health is very wrong. He was speaking a different thing. He can hear if I ask him about his name, he will tell me his name. Then at the same time, he'll be speaking a different thing. I say, oh, my brother, think something is wrong to my brother. My brother is not normal again. It's not normal. So I started to shed tears and then cry a lot of the situation. It involved me very seriously. And so I said, so it's like this, my brother have turned to be. So it's very bad. It was very bad. But now, as I'm talking to you now, the foundation, Electricity Foundation, try a lot for me. Try a lot, both feeding, caring, treatment, everything, their own now, seriously their own. Yesterday, they did a lot of tests on him. Today, the test is easy to continue again after here. So they have done a lot, very well.
All right. So I think the question is, we're totally out of time. I just wanted to find out from the lawyer, just 1 second. Was it the police that arrested him? Which security agency arrested him? And what is being demanded of them?
See, that is a big mystery with this particular case. As a result of the fact that there is no documentation whatsoever, we are unable to verify. We can't even tell.
All right.
I ended up in prison.
Okay. This is a very, very, it just speaks to a lot about our system, our correctional centers, our judicial system. Okay, I can't blame judiciary now because I never went to court at some point. And the law enforcement, this is, I don't know. How do you accept somebody without clarity? So let's get to find out more maybe later. Thank you so much, guys. And we don't know what to say, but our sympathies, and we hope the gentleman can recover. Gospel, Mwibari Kinani, just released in May, spent 18 years in prison without charge. Cyrus Onu is the founder of Heaven 360 Foundation, and Paul Kinani is the brother of Gospel. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Wish you the best.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
And when we come back, we'll switch gears from that to the creative sector. Join us in just a moment. We'll be right back.